Hey, it's Lindsay with Ryan and Rose, and today I have John Bryson here. He is the lead pastor at Fellowship Memphis, my home church, and really a mentor. I come to him with a lot of questions, and he's always so gracious to answer them and help me guide through this life of business. But yeah, he is such a huge part of our life and a huge part of the city of Memphis. I've talked about Engage Memphis and how important it is to Ryan and Rose. Even from the very beginning, even before I started Ryan and Rose, I knew that I wanted to be a big part of Engage Memphis. And even from the very beginning, from Cutie Clips, when we started Cutie Clips, $1 from every Cutie Clip went to the Engage Fund. It's just really cool to see how that's grown and how God's used us. And I think what's cool is you who are watching this are helping the city of Memphis and the impact that you're having. And it's just really, it's a beautiful thing. So John's going to kind of explain Engage and what that looks like and what that does and the impact it's having on our city.
Yeah, well, thanks, Lindsay. Engage started over a decade ago, really out of our heart for the city. Proverbs 11:11 says, "By the deeds of the righteous, a city is exalted." And we wanted to be a church that got our hands all over our city. And so a lot of that was sweat equity and serving. And I love so many of our people are on boards and help and mentor in so many nonprofits across our city. But there was a financial piece and need as well. And so we created Engage as an individual fund. Everything given to Engage over the course of the year goes right back into causes and people, mostly in the city of Memphis. We do some stuff in Haiti and Honduras, but 75% of it or so stays right here in Memphis. And so we identify various causes, organizations that are doing great work that need financial help, and we're able to step in with Engage and really step right into those organizations, help them further their mission. And a lot of it's people as well who are already involved there from our church in that cause. And so Engage has just been a wonderful blessing to our city. Over the last 10 years, we're well over $1 million, a couple $1 million that we've been able to invest in various people and causes and organizations. And Ryan and Rose has played a big part of that. Over a couple $100,000 we've been able to just invest directly into needs right here in our city. I
think that's what the beautiful thing about this is. I want to give. Giving is a lot of, like people say, Lindsay, she's a giver. But I love that I can give to Engage, and I have so much other stuff going on, but I trust Engage, and I know that they're going to disperse it. Like, it's just a beautiful picture, especially I know at church when I'm interpreting, I look on the screen, you're talking about it, I'm like, oh, it's so cool. But yeah, like I'm just able to give to you, and I know that you're going to do amazing things with it. Like, I don't have to think about it, but I trust and I just know what incredible things that y'all are doing.
We've got a great team of people that assess all the requests, and each of our outpost pastors are on that team, so they know locally, kind of all over the city of Memphis, what the needs are. And so it's a great team that really thinks through well how to invest that each year.
I know Fellowship Memphis, we're at their offices, so thank you for letting us come in. But also, they were so nice to let us use this office for the Ryan and Rose retreat, and you spoke, and he was able to kind of tell us what impact that you guys and our team members are having. And so what are some of the organizations that, I know you talked about POI and I think, is it Streets Ministry?
Streets, have been a partner, Memphis Athletic Ministry. I told your staff a story last year where a ministry in Honduras was going through a transition, and there were several thousand kids that needed to be fed, and school supplies and medicine, and they were really in a bind, and we weren't quite sure how we were going to help them. And a gift Ryan and Rose came in like that week, and we were able to immediately send them relief, help them get through a couple months before their new funding base kicked off. And so it literally kind of supported that ministry and fed those kids and paid those teachers and paid those doctors and nurses for a couple months while that ministry was transitioning. And so definitely got those stories to tell. I could point you to individuals, to families who's had homes burned down, tragic loss. It's helped pay for funerals. A widow who lost her husband and couldn't marry him, and we were able to step in and help with that. And so there's just a lot of really cool grace and compassion and an ability to not just pray for people and be there for people, but to help relieve financial burden and also help take advantage of opportunities when there's just a great great idea that needs some help financially to get going, that's solving a problem in Memphis, we love to be able to step into those situations.
I love that. I know when he told the story at the retreat about POI, I just bawled and I was like, I had no idea. And it was just so impactful because if you've been following a long time, you know that me and Whitney went to Honduras and we plan to go this next year, 2020. And we've actually challenged our employees to go with us. Awesome. So we really hope to be able to do that and share that with our followers. And but yeah, it's just, I don't know, like I keep saying it's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. I think maybe just explain to them how they're, just by purchasing Ryan and Rose, and like how that impacts the city. And like you think, oh, I'm not doing anything, and we don't really talk about it because I don't want to say like, look what I gave, or like it's not about me, or I don't know. So how do you kind of overcome that, but still let them know like you're doing something, like you're doing something that's bigger, a part of a bigger thing? Yeah,
that's just true. And there's sometimes there's products that I want, products that I need, but when I know that it's a great product, I want it or I might need it, and it has a cause attached to it, I just love making those kinds of purchases. If I'm going to buy that, I love that. And that's what I love about Ryan and Rose. It's got this purpose and depth behind it and this meaning, and it's bigger than the company, it's bigger than the products. It really wants to make a difference, and Engage Memphis is one way it's doing that in a real tangible way.
Yeah, it's so crazy to see what God's doing, and like people are asking like, where do you see yourself? I have no idea. God, where are you taking me next? Where are you taking us next? And I know one thing that I think is really cool is one of our team members is a pastor in Chicago, Keegan, and one of his dreams is to start a church. Oh, cool. And so how does Engage Memphis, I know we do a lot with the residency program here, and bring people in from all over to come to Memphis and train them and then send them out. So how does Engage work with that?
I'd say those two different ways. We a lot of it is the training of residents. You get to kind of come in-house and during a 2 or 3 year period, learn our DNA, kind of see how we set things up, how we function and operate as a church. But we also fund church plants. And so we'll get requests from people all over the world wanting to start or starting a new church and asking for financial support. And again, our Engage team will assess those. And usually if there's a connection with our church, we like to be a part of that. And so you just described that situation with Keegan is connected to somebody in our church. And so we would be very interested in taking a look at that, or anybody that's planting a church that's connected to us somehow.
I love that. And so sometimes it's happy and sad, because I know we've seen a lot of residents come in, they preach, and I'm like, they're like, we're leaving. We're like, no, why are you leaving us? But it's just because God has a bigger plan for them. I know recently I've kind of changed my focus, and I don't remember who told me, but they told me, Lindsay, you have a ministry. And it's when I quit teaching, like it was hard for me, like, God, why would you make me go through school to do all this? Why, are you sure? Like, so it's really a struggle with me, but now I see the picture. I see, through sign language, and through just what's your mission? It's to spread Jesus. It's and what John Bryson has taught me is we are the church. It's not just on Sundays. It's not just on Wednesdays. It's every day of the week. And that's what I try to do through Ryan and Rose and through my platform, and show you that I'm normal. I'm just a normal person. I have, I sin, I make mistakes, I struggle emotionally. I have those highs and lows. But yeah, I think just having this platform, and you're able to do that with Engage Memphis too, like people who might not be Christians, right? Just seem like this is what Jesus would do, and we are the church. We're supposed to be the church every day. So it's just, I don't know, it's just really, really cool.
Well, I'm proud of you, and you're doing a great job. It's fun seeing what the Lord's doing with your company, and it's fun getting to meet a lot of your staff, and it's just a really cool thing going on.
Yeah, so thank you, John.
Hey,
thank you for taking some time out of your day. I know Fridays usually have off, so he let us come in on his day off. What? But if you are local, we would love for you to come visit Fellowship Memphis. We have 4 locations.
That's right, downtown elementary school, East Memphis, where you are, where you and Brett, where it is Harding Academy. Germantown is St. George's Elementary, we borrow there, Sanctuary, and then Collierville is the Wyatt Schilling Farms.
And so if you could tell us a little bit, I know, It's so funny because I love interpreting for John because we're usually on stage at the same time, and he is the fastest talker, and he has this little spiel. But I love it because it's such a beautiful thing. What makes fellowship different? I know the diversity and
Yeah, well, we planted Fellowship 16 years ago, so we're still a younger church but we really wanted to love our city well, be a place where we, as a gospel-centered, multi-ethnic, disciple-making church that loves its city, loves the Bible, loves preaching the gospel and helping the people understand the beauty of grace and the sufficiency of Christ. But we also want to be aggressive in our justice causes. We want to be an intergenerational church with God has birthed, which is beautiful, with older men and older women and younger men and younger women, and a racially diverse church. And by God's grace, 16 years in, we really do have a church that looks like Memphis. And so you can walk in any of those 4 locations and you'll see a snapshot of our beautiful city.
It really is, and I think that's one of the things I love about Memphis is the diversity. And I don't think I really knew what that was until I got on social media, and I taught at White Station, so it's a very diverse school. I live in Lakeland, and we have a very diverse code, and it's just like that's normal for me. But until Fellowship, it was like, wow, that's not normal. We're not the normal, and that's what's awesome about Fellowship is they're not normal. This is it. It represents Memphis beautifully, and doing God's work and just trying to do our best every day and spread some Jesus. So I just want to thank you for taking the time and follow Fellowship Memphis on Instagram. You can follow. You have a YouTube channel too, right?
Yep.
So look,
and clips.
Yes, I know I post a lot of them. So you can also subscribe to them on YouTube and follow us at Ryan and Rose. If you're new to us, we would love for you to visit us on Instagram and then subscribe to the YouTube channel. Just click that little button below. So thank you so much, and we hope you have learned a little bit about Engage Memphis and Fellowship.